Hi, everyone. I'm going to go live on Facebook. Just give me a second. Sometimes they need a thing or something. Just go live. Please don't ask me for a code. Oh, good. They're not. Thank God something's going right. Hi, everyone. Come on in. Share in the chat where you're calling in from. Okay. Share in the chat wherever you are calling in from. London. Yay. I had so much fun in London. In fact, I'm drinking some tea that I got in London right now. Tea is good. And I'm drinking it with milk and sugar. Very British of me, right? Hi, everyone. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Good to see you all. Yes, nice to see you again. Yay. Hi, Laura Stisser. We have to talk later. Hi, Claire Leibowitz. Hello. Hi, Laura. Yay. Bottom line. That's how you drink your tea? Hilarious. Let's see. Oh, I was going to wear my ring. I got this really cool ring at Camden Market, but I didn't wear it today, but it's really cool. Hi, Adriana. Nice to see you. I see your name. You can go up here. It's somewhere where you click on the picture and or whatever your link, and it tells you how to change your name, but I'm not sure. It's okay. Don't worry about it today. Okay, so we're going to talk about brand today. Hi, Emma. Emma's a client. I've been working with Emma on her brand, and it's really great. She's Irish, speaking of on the other side of the pond. Okay, awesome. Good to see you guys. All right. So if you don't have something to write with and you're not driving, go get something to write with right now. If you don't have a thing to take notes, because you're going to want to take notes. And I'll sing you a song. No, I won't. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, well, I have a lot happening. Of course, when it rains, it pours. I booked 2 things. More about that later. But anyway, yay. Okay, everyone's got something to write with. All right, now for you guys like Anna, Evans, for you guys that are on here that are clients, let's see, how many clients do we have? We have quite a few clients here. Okay, so for you guys that are clients or have been clients or have done the work before or have just completed the work, I want you to do it with a new set of eyeballs. And we're on Facebook Live as well. So for you guys that are joining along on Facebook Live, make sure that you look at it in a new way. Let me explain brand a little bit before we go into the work. Again, you're welcome to take notes about any of this. So brand is an essence. It's what you always bring with you no matter what. It shows up in almost everything that you ever do. Pretty much in everything that you do. It's like your eyes or your lips or your nose. Without you go get drastic plastic surgery, those things are always going to show up with you. So think of it this way. Brand is not like I play the cop, I play the doctor, I play the attorney, I play the nurse. That's not brand. Brand is the name of your restaurant. Okay, so when I was in London, I went to a restaurant named Rabbit. Now, I'll bet you if you hear the name Rabbit, and it's on King's Road, you might have an idea of what kind of food they have. So it's a group of like 5 restaurants in London, and their deal is farm to table. Rabbit, Peter Rabbit, right? Like and they grow and raise all their own livestock, and they grow all their own vegetables, and they have 5 restaurants. right? And so the one we went to is on Kings Road, and it's called Rabbit. So when you hear that, maybe you start to get an idea of what the style of these restaurants is going to be, what kind of food is going to be on the menu. Now, they can have everything from a vegetarian vegan dish that's made completely out of vegetables to like a, classic British pie made out of venison. But there's a through line in there that is from the earth, because Rabbit is from the earth, right? It's like, so you start to see, oh, maybe they use earthy tones. But then if I look at all the names of their restaurants, I start to see that they have like also a little bit of a vintage, because, our grandparents, your grandparents grew vegetables to feed themselves. Your great grandparents grew things in the ground and killed their own chickens and killed their own animals to feed themselves. Now we go to the store and we buy processed items, right? So there's a vintage feel to it. So this is what you're looking for. You're looking to define all of you, the essence of you, right? Now, when we work on brand at Actors Fast Track, I just want to be really clear. We developed this thing called the pitch bucket. So like every restaurant, just like Rabbit in London, they have the font that they use on their menu. They use the font from their sign. They have their color scheme, right? They have their uniforms. They have like everything that's sort of matchy and backs up the word Rabbit. You as well have to have those things in your store of you as an actor. You have to have those things, right? So what we do in Actors Fast Track is we identify a lot of things in that bucket. So what would be in that bucket? A branding statement, log lines, who you get compared to, the font you use, your logo, which would be the main headshot that you use, other headshots that you need for other characters that fit within your restaurant theme, right? So other things that you will possibly need to advertise yourself, maybe like some actual content of advertising, like a marketing document or a postcard, a reel, right? But remember, here's what I want to tell you. You don't need all of those things in your pitch bucket to start your business, right? You need a headshot, your logo, the main one that you're going to use that represents you. And you need to understand what you're selling, your brand, and you need to be able to talk about that. But that's really all you need to get out there and start selling. Most actors aren't selling. Most actors, if I ask you what you're doing about your acting career, you're going to tell me, well, I'm getting new headshots. I'm looking for an agent because mine sucks. And I'm going to take this really great acting class. This is why you're not working as an actor, because everything you just said to me was not about bringing customers in the door. You must bring customers in the door. You must sell your product or you're not in business. You're just an amateur. And listen, there's nothing wrong with being an amateur, but if you want to make a living acting, you have to sell your product. If you want to make a living acting, you have to sell your product. So you need to be able to talk about your product so you can sell it, right? If you just stand here and go, I have this, I'm not going to buy it. Like, I don't know anything about it. But if you say this water bottle is amazing, it has a handy dandy screw lid that never leaks. It keeps your water cold or your beverage cold all day. It has a handy dandy little handle, right, that you can carry along. Again, so like you give me all the aspects of it, so I want to buy it. You have to be able to do the same about yourself. Okay, so what I'm going to work on today with you is obviously part of that. I mean, in a little over an hour, I can't work on everything. Sometimes it takes my clients, months, or sometimes we work with a client for, a month, like 6 months or almost a year. And then we realize, oh, wow, we're thinking that this brand, I mean, Evans has been a client since June, and he's now going through sort of a rethinking of what he really needs to be selling, like what would be better for him. The branding that we did with him is correct, but what we're realizing is that the funny side of him is more likely to book than the drama side. So we're gearing it in that. And he chose a new picture for his logo. And sometimes that just happens. It takes longer, especially if, you know, not every business is successful right away. Sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do my best. I'm going to give you some questions to answer today. And that's what I want you to write down. And then we'll talk about like how to form that first thing that's in the pitch bucket, which is your branding statement. Okay. All right. So here's these questions. I'm going to give you a few seconds to answer each question. Write down the question so you can come back at it later. What is the role that you knocked out of the park? What is the part that you did in acting class or in a paid job that you were like, oh my God, I was so good in that role? Write it down. I'll sip my tea. Okay, and remember, you can come back to this. What roles do you see yourself playing? So you've all sat in front of a TV and seen like Inventing Anna, which is on Netflix right now, and everyone's watching it. And you're like, oh, I could have played that role, or I could have played that role, right? What roles have you seen in movies and in TV shows that you're like, I could have played that role? That's my part. Okay. Who are your doppelgangers, physically and acting wise? Who are the people that they go, you know who you look like? You know who you remind me of? Who are those people? And then who do you think you're like acting wise? Like who, what actor is playing your roles that you're like, oh, I could be that actor? Similarity, either on the outside or on the inside. Who are they? Great. All right, now I'm going to ask you to make a list of some adjectives. I just want to tell you, if you are here and you are not signed up for the challenge, which starts Monday, February 28th, it's the Actors Challenge. Sarah will put the link in the chat. If you haven't signed up to take the challenge, it's free. Just go sign up for it, because we're going to do a lot more work on this during the challenge leading up to that, right? So I just want to tell you that we're going to do more of that. We're going to have a specific exercise for you the first week to do with what I'm asking you to do right now. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is write down at least 5 adjectives that best describe you and you as an actor, you and the characters that you play, which is probably you. Even if you play bad guys, there's probably a side of you that's not nice or annoying. But maybe there's not, but it could be there. Okay, so example, funny, ballsy, brave, bitchy, diva, dude, like whatever comes to mind for you. 5 of them, write them down. Okay, great. And don't worry if you cannot think of these adjectives right now and you wrote down 3. What I want you to do is take those 2 or 3 that you wrote down, and I want you to go to the thesaurus online. And I want you to put in those words and see if there's a better word that you're not thinking of. Right? A word that maybe is better. Like funny is very general. What kind of funny are you? Are you hilarious? Are you giggly? Are you silly? Are you gregarious? Are you laugh out loud, really loud kind of person? Like what's funny about you? Okay. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to give you a sentence structure. And for you guys that have these sentences, go ahead and write a new one or play around with the one that you're currently working with. Like for Emma, who's a newer client, we have one that you're working with, but play around, see if there's something that you might find that's even better. Keep looking for that better word. I'm going to tell you what mine is, and I'm going to tell you what happened as a result of once I built this sentence in 1996, I think is when I first wrote this sentence. So the structure of the sentence is this. My name is, I am adjective, gender. Who will do this to you or who will make you feel this way. So it's asset, benefit. So this car, right, has leather seats and 4-wheel drive, and it makes you feel super sexy. So these are the things that it has, which are the adjectives you just wrote down. And then what does it do? What does it always deliver? Right? Poised. My name is Meryl Streep. I'm poised and elegant woman who always seems that she's a little bit better than you. That's a branding statement I just wrote for Meryl Streep. Okay. My branding statement is, I'm a buoyant, ballsy broad who will take you through the funhouse. Who will take you through the funhouse came because every time I was in a play, no matter if it was funny or drama, I was always the comic relief. And buoyant and ballsy, people used to say that I looked like Kathy Bates, but I was cuter. So after I wrote that statement, I went to my agents. I hadn't even told him that statement. And my agent goes, you know who you are, Valorie? You're a cross between Kathy Bates and Drew Barrymore. And I'm like, thank you. Take that one. Because what happens is when you get clear, the universe is clear back to you, and you're going to start getting auditions for things that you're exactly right for. Okay. So the other thing that happened is I wrote that in like 96, 97, right? In 2018, y'all, one of my clients said to me, you know what? You're the adorable bully. So 22 years after I wrote my original statement, I got even clearer about my brand. That is what the name of my restaurant is, Adorable Bully. Because if I look at my 35-year acting career, everything is on the spectrum of adorable bully. Right? Adorable all the way up here with a little bit of bully is the woman that I played in Kicking It on Disney. She was Mama Sparkle. She was so happy, lots of makeup, and she always knew more than you. Right? Adorable bully. Bully is the part that I played in Resident Evil Extinction, when I was like mean as shit, and I would rather kill you than look at you. There was no adorable about her at all. Although I did crack Mila up when I was like, bitch, you dropped my baby. And all in between here, it lies on the spectrum of adorable bully. And I've been a working actress for 35 years, you guys. You find after that many years that you tend to play the five characters that all of the things you play fall within one of the spectrums, and they all fall on a bigger spectrum. So don't be freaked out if you don't get this right off the bat. I mean, sometimes we'll work with an actor for a good amount of time on this. It just depends. And sometimes we get it like that. And also, we don't necessarily use the longer statement when we're branding ourselves. Sometimes we come up with a shorter little statement, or sometimes we use other things called log lines and other things like that, which we don't really have time to get into all of that today, but we do that. So like, for instance, Brian Coffey's brand is he's the smartest dumb guy in the room. And if you look at his reel and you look at what he's done, that's what he plays. So some other examples are, I am a nice, creepy guy who makes your skin crawl. I'm a cute, smart chick who will kick your ass. Right? So those are some ideas. So why don't you just take a few moments and write down a few sentences. My name is, I am an adjective, gender that will deliver this to you or make you feel a certain way. And why don't you put some in the chat? When you have written out a few, write your favorite one in the chat. Yes, I am an adjective, gender, right? Cute, smart chick, nice, creepy guy, aggressive, smart dude, sexy, over friendly gal. And the second part of the sentence is, who will do this to you, or who will make you feel this way, or deliver this to you. So it's the benefit of what you're giving. And even if it sucks, you think it sucks, write it in the chat. Intelligent, accomplished woman. I like that. Okay, so as they come in, I'm going to comment on them. So intelligent, accomplished woman. Intelligent and accomplished for me say the same thing. One of them possibly says it better. So what do you really mean? Are you an established woman, an accomplished woman? In order to be accomplished, you have to be intelligent. So established, an established woman who's usually the smartest person in the room could be your second half. I'm the slightly off socially, wait, I gotta go back. I'm the slightly off socially awkward goofball guy. Okay, all right, so good, Evans, but it's too much. We got to calm that down a little bit. That will make you laugh at the worst times at the worst events. Yes, exactly. That's who you are. That's really good. I'm the powerful, proud dominatrix who will kill you while smiling. Oh, I love that. That's great. I'm a creepy, cheeky chap who makes you laugh or laugh uncomfortably. Yeah, so Harry. You could do something with the delivery, especially if you're going to do a video pitch or something. You could be, I'm the cheeky chap who creepily makes you laugh, who seems like a creep, maybe. Right? I'm the cheeky chap. Oh, that might be interesting. I'm the cheeky chap who seems a bit creepy. That might be really interesting. I'm because a cheeky chap makes you laugh, right? Okay, let's see what else we got. I'm an earthy, deep, charismatic guy who will make you feel things. Okay, so all of those things make me feel things. So we want to get like, what is fucked up about you? Like, what's the bad thing about you? Because everyone has a flaw and it just makes you more sexy. So I'm charismatic. Charismatic is a little off. You know what I mean? So you're earthy, you're a charismatic guy with an earthy tone or something like that. Like that's the duality there, is earthy but charismatic. Deep, I don't know that you need that so much. I'm the take charge, no nonsense, impatient, motherly gal. The neighbor who will make sure you know when someone is parked in your driveway. Okay, it's too much, but I like it. I'm the take charge. What about I'm the take charge gal who's a mother to everyone? Take charge is no nonsense. Okay. And and the way you say it, remember, we're actors. So you can say, I'm the take charge gal who mothers everyone. And then there's that one that's like, pull your fucking pants up, so we see that in your look, right? So it's like, so you give me a little bit of the high strungness and the impatientness in your delivery, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, wait. I'm the intimidating smart ass who will hug you I'm the intimidating smart ass who will hug you while you cry. I keep trying to, who will open. There's so many of these. I'm the intimidating smart ass who will hug you while you cry. Okay. I don't get that. So I don't get that. Like, you've got to be, you've got to make them make sense. Like, you've got to make them make sense, who weirdly will hug you. She's the real huggy, intimidating smartass. That's interesting. Right? Like, it's like, why are you hugging me? You're such a bitch. Because that's the reaction that someone has. So is she someone that's like, oh, honey, it's going to be okay? Like Regina in Mean Girls? That's a pretty skirt. That's the ugliest fucking skirt I ever saw. Right? So it's that. That's my question. Okay. Oh my God, you guys are great. I'm the sweet and innocent girl next door that will manipulate you without you knowing. What about you're the sweet and innocent girl next door who doesn't have any underwear on? That's much more awesome. And the sweet and innocent girl next door is a little boring, but I like this manipulate you without you knowing, but I don't like the way you're saying that. I think there's a better way. My name is Anna. I'm vulnerable and naive girl who's devoted to a fault. Yeah, that's really good. That's because you worked on it with me. My name is Anna and I'm a vulnerable and naive girl who is devoted to a fault. Yeah, I like that one. You know what? You should watch The Tinder Swindler. You could play one of those girls. I am the curious and spunky little girl who is definitely raised by ninjas. Oh, Issa, I love that. That's fabulous. I'm a tenacious and seductive lady who always gets what she wants. Seductive and always gets what she wants is the same thing. So I might take the lady out of there. I might say, I'm tenacious, I'm seductive, and I always get what I want. That's how I would deliver it. That was my little super sexy Marthin, who's afraid of Virginia Woolf. Okay. Did you like my acting? Okay, wait. Okay. Oh my God. I am the curious. Oh, I got that one. I am authoritative, controlling bully who will put you in your place. Okay, I really love this, but it's too much and it says the same thing over and over again. A bully is authoritative. A bully is controlling. A bully is a bully. Bully is a great word, especially for a girl. So you could just say I'm the bully. Maybe there's another word that's more opposite of those. Okay. I'm a quirky, fearless fighter who will relentlessly pursue. Okay, I hate quirky because it's way overused. And I don't know you, Hope. Oh, Hope. Maybe I do a little. But I just, quirky and fearless fighter who will relentlessly pursue. A fighter relentlessly pursues. So you're saying something twice. And quirky is overused. Maybe there's a better word like goofball or goofy or even offbeat is better than that. It's too much right now. It doesn't have a point at the end of the sentence. I'm a brave, passionate heroine who will wrench your heart and fight against oppression. Okay, it's again too much. I would say it's too much of the same stuff. So let's look at, I like brave heroine a lot. I think you could almost just go with that. Brave heroine, or maybe even brave. I like brave a lot. It might be fun to see what you could do with just brave. Really define yourself as the brave girl. Okay, let's see what else we got. And this is without me knowing you and seeing you, you guys. So it's a real easier when I'm doing it in person. Established woman who will often, but not purposely, make insecure people uncomfortable. Okay, often, but not purposely. I don't understand that. Established woman who downplays naive people, you know, like there's a way faster way of saying that. It's really convoluted right now. I think you missed mine above the creepy cheeky one. No, I said that. I went over the creepy cheeky one. I did a whole thing about that. Where were you? Did you check out? I'm super dramatic and bubbly gal who will kill you with kindness. Super dramatic and bubbly gal. It's close. It's real close. Who is this? Oh, it's Diana. You've done work with us before. So, you know, you've done this work. I mean, it's evolved since you were a client, but you did this work. Because it's pretty close. I like that. I like kill you with kindness a lot. Kill you with kindness. Bubbly. Super enthusiastic. I think you're on the right track here, Diana. So I think you're close to the right thing here. It's not quite there, but I think that you can definitely use that statement and then take it apart and use pieces of it. I'm the charming but subtle individual that will make you laugh unexpectedly. Yeah, Matthew, it's still kind of, it doesn't really stick to me. It doesn't stick to my craw. It's boring a little bit. So we need to get, and you're certainly not boring. I I mean, I think you are very charming in a rough kind of way, like rough charm. You have a roughness about you, but you're charming. So maybe it's a rough charm. That's actually a good descriptive for you, right? Rough charm with a sense of humor. That's better because right now that sentence is a little sleepy time. Okay. Sarah's like, sign up for the challenge. I'm sarcastic, authoritative man who will either make you laugh or do as you're told. I hate sarcastic. It's a personal thing. I think it's way overused. It's like quirky and sarcastic are way overused. Authoritative man. Sadistic. Because what you're saying is like laugh or so it's you're controlling, kind of like, you know, Silence of the Lambs. Like you're like you could play an evil person, but you're also charming at the same time, is what you're saying. Because you said you make him laugh, but also do as you're told. I just think there's a charm there, kind of like Alec Rickman or John Lithgow. Okay, I'm going to take a few more and then I'm going to talk a little bit and then we'll come in. I'm a deadpan, fiercely funny, intelligent, but emotionally handicapped man in a suit. Oh, Roman, that's so funny, but it's too much, of course. Fiercely funny is great. Deadpan is great. I like emotion. I tend to play the emotionally. That's a log line for you, Roman. I tend to play the emotionally handicapped man in a suit. That could be a log line. So you guys, a log line would be like, I'm Valorie Hubbard. I'm the boy at Ballsy Broad who will take you through the funhouse. I'm a cross between Kathy Bates and Drew Barrymore. This is a log line. I play that woman that lives across the street from you. When you see me coming, you turn off your lights and pretend like you're not home. That's a log line. So a log line for you, Roman, could be, you know, I play that emotionally handicapped man in a suit. And we immediately think of Dustin Hoffman and Rain Man, you know? So I like that. I'm the intense neurotic aristocrat who will scare the crap out of you or make you laugh your butt off. Well, that is Peggy. And Peggy was a client. That's really good. Yeah, so that's a long one, Peggy. And then you can use neurotic aristocrat as a short one. But it's very good. Okay, I'm going to try to do some more. Oh, and there's a question over here. Okay, here's a couple of things I want to tell you. So you want to do the challenge, even if you've been a client in the past, or even if you're a current client, you want to do the challenge because every day I'm going to give you something to do and I'm going to make you think and work very deep. It's not going to be like, okay, send me your headshot. No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be like, I mean, I just worked on it with my coach this morning and I'm really excited about it. Also, you want to join us for the Accelerate Live event. So when you sign up for the challenge, it tells you, hey, buy a ticket for the Accelerate Live event, which is March 12th. So it goes from February 28th, the challenge, to March 11th. And then on March 12th, there's an event. It's a 5-hour event online. And we're going to get even deeper. Can you imagine spending 5 hours with me? And you're going to work in small groups. You're going to identify your dream. You're going to identify what you're working on. You're going to get a set of action steps to get that. And then we are bringing the most high-powered industry panel that you have ever seen at any event. This is not a panel of casting directors and agents, people. There are some agents on there, but it's a panel of executive producers and directors, people that are moving and shaking in America and the UK right now and in Canada. And this panel is amazing. So you do not want to miss that. The other thing that's happening on March 12th is we will be giving away cash prizes for the people that involve themselves in the challenge the best. So there's going to be a lot happening that day. You do not want to miss that event. You're not going to go to any other actor event ever that has this panel. I mean, as we get closer, I will tell you what I can about the people that are going to be on that panel that day, but I never lead you guys wrong. I always tell you when things are going to happen, and I'm telling you it's going to be an amazing panel for $27 fucking dollars. So go buy the ticket. That's the first thing. And if you're like, okay, I'll come to the event, Valorie, and I'll sign up for the challenge, but I really just want to figure out what it would be like to work with you. One more thing, Sarah's going to put her link in the chat, and she's going to say, here's my link. You can get on her calendar to talk to her. This is only if you are serious about talking about working with us, because her calendar is really, really filled with those people right now. And so don't waste your time if you're not really seriously considering that. And there's no pressure here. The right people come to me when they come to me. I want to help you be better business people. I want to help you achieve your dreams. Right? That is my goal here, right? So that's what the challenge is about. So at the very minimum, sign up for the challenge. Okay, I have a few questions, and then I'm going to do my best to look at a few more branding statements. Sarah will put all of those links in the chat. One for the challenge, one for the Accelerate Live, and one for her calendar. Joshua Howard. I'm the witty, intellectual friend who's always giving his opinion, but can't quite get his shit together. Joshua Howard, that is who you are. And Joshua, I like can't quite get his shit together as a tagline for you. That's hilarious. Because we totally know that guy. Can't quite get his shit together. We just saw him in that show, Inventing Anna, which you should have been auditioning for. Okay. Kimberly, will it be more hands-on if we paid the 27? Yes. I mean, it's 5 hours, and you're going to be in the room with me, not like a webinar. So I'm going to be able to see you, and we're going to have plenty of question time in person so I can see you. It's a 5-hour event. Okay. All right. I'm the intense neurotic aristocrat. Oh, we did that one, Peggy. Okay. I'm the compassionate, fighting woman who will kick your ass into shape and then kiss your cheek. Better. Yes, Anna said, thank you. Chantel, I'm an observant, funny, nerdy gal who will surprise you with her... Where'd it go? Who will surprise you with a quirky joke. Yeah. I like this idea of 3 words for you, Chantel. Observant, funny, nerdy. But there might be a better word than funny. I really get observant, funny, nerdy gal. Like, I get that. I received that. I understand who that is. I think it's there. Don't worry about the benefit. Okay, Paul. Hi, Paul. I'm trying not to go too fast so I can pull you guys all up, but it's hard. I'm the loving but mysterious man who keeps you smiling and guessing at the same time. I'm bored. It's boring. It's boring, Paul. We want to go farther with this. We want to go farther with this. Keep working on it. It's like, I don't know you, but it's got to go farther. I'm the way. Oh, you already did that one. Spunky. Okay, that's a good word. Spunky. I'm the charming guy who can save you and make you laugh, whatever the situation is. Well, then you're just charming. I'm a childish, sincere guy who, no matter what you do, you can't quite get rid of. Oh, God. Oh, God. I love that. The childish, sincere guy who never leaves. I'm the childish, sincere guy who never leaves. Just say that. That's hilarious. I totally get that. Okay. I'm the unsuspecting trickster that will act on their devout. Love, whether the people they love realize it or not. A trickster is unsuspecting. I love the word trickster. It's not my intent to make people feel like that. What? What? Was that something about brave Brit who will wrench your heart and fight for justice? Yeah, I think I'm in that word brave for you. I'm the bright, bubbly broad who will crack you up or eat you for breakfast. Oh my God, Carolyn. Oh my God. Carolyn Partridge, you need to get on Sarah's calendar right now. Sarah, get Carolyn Partridge a link for your calendar. Just talk to us. Just talk to us, because you are a walking fucking sitcom and you need, oh my God, I see exactly what to do with you. Right. So we need to talk. I love you. Oh my God, you're hilarious. Yeah, Carolyn, you're way more than that. You are weird. Weird. You are quirky. No one can use quirky, that word quirky, except you, Carolyn. Sarah, get her on our calendar. We need to talk to her. This girl is out of control. Weird. I love her so much. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good, you guys. I'm doing my best. And Evans is giving people notes, which I think is great. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, wait, I have one over here. Let me see what this is. No, it's not in person. The event is not in person, you guys. It's online. We have clients all over the world. The event on the Accelerate Live isn't online. We have clients all over the world. Okay, I'm the bright, bubbly broad. Got that? Oh my God, Caroline, you are hilarious. I'm a ruthless, passionate female who will make you feel exposed. Wow. So I like the word ruthless a lot, and ruthless is sexy. I don't know that you need, what about ruthless femme fatale? Ruthless dame. Adela, are you a dame? I think that could be really interesting. Okay, good, you guys. Listen, work on these at home. And remember that it's got to stick in the craw, and sometimes one word is enough. I have this girl whose brand is badass. That's her brand, and that's who she is. And when you meet her, you go, oh, right? And then, people ask me a lot of times, can I have two brands? Yes, but when we first start introducing the aspect of brand to you, we don't want you thinking about two brands. I would rather have you discover, like Evans discovered, that he needed this brand as well, right? He still has that other brand that's more like the creepy guy, the ex-Marine with the chip on his shoulder, you know, the guy that could go in and blow up something, that guy, like he's definitely got that. Generally, when people have that, they also have the other side. So there is sometimes a way of saying both of them in the same description, but you could have two different brand statements. Like Scott, who is one of our coaches at Actors Fast Track, his brand is Professional Numbskull, which is what he normally does, like in all his commercials and the comedy he's done. But he also started getting called in for a lot of like pedophiles and rapists and really evil dudes. So then he created a separate brand for that, right? So sometimes, like after you open a store, you find out that one thing is really, really, really popular in your store. And that's not the thing that you feel like is really represented by your initial brand. So you go out and you open another store just selling that thing. But I don't want you selling more than one thing when you first start figuring out this process. Like this is a 5-step system. The system that Actors Fast Track uses and all my coaches use is a 5-step system that I developed over the last 35 years that has me book 2 acting jobs this week. My credits include Castle, House of Cards, Castle, How I Met Your Mother, Resident Evil Extinction, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., American Horror Story, Glee. Like I have a shit ton of clients in every aspect. And the way that I did that is because when I first went to acting school, you guys, you know, I did what they told me to do. I went to one of the big conservatories in America and they were like, get an agent. That's how you get an acting career. And I, you know, very quickly figured out that is not how you get an acting career. Remember, what the people are telling you in acting school is based on what they're teaching in an acting school. I'm just being, there's nothing wrong with being a teacher. I never want to say that. But if they're teaching in an acting school, giving you advice on how to build a successful business in acting. So the way that you get an acting career is not just get an agent. That is one thing in 1,000 things that you do. The first thing you need to do is understand that you are in business, which is the exchange of service, products, or ideas for money. That's all the definition of business is. You have a product. The product is you. You want to get paid for that product. So in order to get paid for a product, you need to be able to talk about your product. An agent's job is not to come in and design your product. They're not your marketing team. Their job is to submit you and negotiate contracts. That's their job. Your job is to go out and build relationships with the decision makers and let everyone know who you are and what you do better than everyone else. Your job is not to sit all day in acting class. Your job is not to spend 10 years looking for an agent. Your job is not to be constantly getting new headshots. Because if you did that, let me explain to you what you just said to me. If your acting business is a McDonald's, this is what you just said to me. Well, I'm going to go take another cooking class. That's acting class. I'm going to get a new logo. No more the golden arches. Logo's your headshot, people. So if you're changing your logo every day, that's why no one's hiring you. And you said, I'm going to go get an agent. I'm going to spend the next year looking for an agent. A lot of the people that do what I say they do what I do, which is like everyone except me that says they do what I do. All they do is help you get your packet together so you can get an agent. So let me ask you a question. What if you get an agent that never calls you? How many of you guys have an agent that you signed with and you were so excited and then you never heard from them again? Or how many of you guys spent like a year getting your shit together to get an agent and then you didn't get an agent? So what you just said to me is I'm going to take a cooking class. I'm going to get a new logo and I'm going to fire that guy that's agenting the French fries and get someone else new to agent the French fries. Nothing you just said to me about your business of acting is about bringing customers with money in the door to buy your product. And that's why you're not working. So the first thing you have to do as an actor is not go get an agent. It's like, that's, you haven't even built your damn restaurant yet. Do not go get someone to work in your restaurant if you haven't built your restaurant. Build your restaurant first. They don't teach you how to build your restaurant in acting school. Juilliard doesn't teach you how to build your restaurant. RADA doesn't teach you how to build your restaurant. So do you think Identity is going to teach you how to build your restaurant? Or Carnegie Mellon is going to teach you how to build your restaurant? No, they do not. So when you get out of acting school, you build your business. You got to know what you're selling. You got to know who your customers are, and you have to have a sales plan. And you need to start selling yourself before you get a salesperson. An agent is a salesperson. They're a commission-based job. They might be really super excited about you when they meet you, but if you don't make them any money, they forget about you really quick. So don't bring someone on until you're ready to be out there, and you're already going out there and you've already met a bunch of the customers, because then when they come on, they'll start submitting you right away, and you'll start getting in the room and you'll start booking and you'll start making them money, and then you'll be their favorite client. So a lot of you guys ruin potentially great agent relationships by getting in relationship too early. It's like you guys that get married before when you should just be dating. Stop doing that. Okay. All right. So we have a lot of ways of coming around us and hearing me preach, because I preach, because you need to hear it. I'm not here to coddle you and tell you good actor. If you're not getting the thing that you want to get, you have to be doing something different than you're doing right now. If you're not getting what you want to get, you have to be doing something different than you're doing right now. Okay. So I'm going to teach you how to do that, but you have to show up. So the first way to show up is the challenge, which starts Monday, February 28th. Every day we're going to meet from 1 to 1:30 on Facebook Live. I Love Actors, the I Love Actors group. If you haven't joined it, go join it. If you are not on Facebook, we will be emailing out to the entire list that daily assignment and what you're supposed to do. We'll be emailing that out every day. Okay. The second way that you can get involved is by coming to Accelerate Live, which is an online event, 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern time, 6 to 11 UK time, 10 to 3 Pacific time on Saturday, March 12th. The ticket is $27. Come, join us. An amazing industry panel. We're going to get really deep. I'm going to be there answering your questions. You will get to ask the industry questions. Okay. It's not like them versus us or something. We're in this together to figure out what has changed during COVID and how do you become a working actor? And then last but not least, if you have decided, no, I love what you're saying, I want to work with you, at least want to talk to you about what that might look like, Sarah is putting her calendar link in the chat. Please get on it and talk to her, right? Have a conversation with her. If she feels like you need to talk to me, we will talk. Okay. I'm pretty full with clients now. So I don't, but we have amazing coaches, but we'll work it out. Just get on our calendar and talk. Okay. I love you guys. I want you guys to get this. I really want you guys to get the brand. We do branding work throughout the whole year and all of our different events we do. We do a summer pitch fest where you pitch yourself to agents. So right now is a great time to be getting your business together, because then in the summer you can come and pitch yourself in front of all the agents and managers we bring, and you can get one and you'll be ready for one. And then in October, we do our 3-day event. It's 3 whole days. Man, it's amazing. It's life-altering, life-changing. We have amazing panels. You get to pitch yourself to customers, producers, directors, writers. It's amazing. So join us. all year long for all of the events as we call them out. But start with this first, and we look forward to having you. Now, last but not least, are there any questions? You can put them in the Q&A section. No questions? Yeah, adjective, gender, who will deliver this or who will bring this. Oh, good. I'm glad it makes sense to you. Okay, awesome. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, great. Okay, great. Oh, good questions. Holy shit. Okay. How much experience do you and your team have with international actors? We have, my very first success story 10 years ago in this company was a young actress in Colombia. And then I got another girl that got on a series in Colombia. I worked with several actors in Mexico. I've worked with actors in France, Australia. I have a shit ton of clients in the UK, Scotland, Wales, a ton in Canada, a lot. We have a lot of experience working because business is the same wherever you go. Don't let people tell you it's different. It's not. Business worldwide is the exchange of money for services, ideas, or content. Is it okay to share my email address? Yes, of course. What did you book, Val? Okay, I can't tell you. I have an NDA. Well, one's a short film that, and the other one I can't tell you, but I will tell you. Joshua Howard. I'm pretty solid on my brand and even know characters I want to play. Yeah, Joshua, you are. Kimberly, could you go over mine? It was passed over. If I can find it, Kimberly, it's really hard to trace the chat. Can you type it in here? Oh, there it is. I found it. Cerebral chatterbox. Who will make your ears bleed? That's hilarious. It's hard for me to get to it because it keeps zipping over. Can you put it in here, Kimberly? Because I can't do that. It's too hard. Irene, do you have to choose between comedy and drama? Yeah, I answered that when I was talking. You can have both things, but when you first start to, when I'm working with an actor, Irene, I always want to identify what I think your quickest path to cash is. The reason that I had Evans going for drama is because he's in New York. There's not a lot of comedy in New York. And I wanted to teach him how to work as an actor before I got him trying to sell in London or Canada or LA or Atlanta or, I wanted to get him really clear about what it is that he does better than everyone else. And Irene, if you're trying to sell too many things, you're not going to sell anything. I hope that helps. Chantel, for the Facebook Live challenge, will it stay on Facebook page? I want to attend, but I'm working at the time you're doing it. Yeah, it'll stay on the Facebook page. Isa, other than IMDb Pro, what are other good resources to find contacts to producers, directors, and writers? Well, we have a giant list that we share with our clients that we've collected over the last 10 years. Instagram is a really good way to reach out to people. LinkedIn is a really good way to reach out to people. What is the 3-adjective sentence called again? It's just a branding statement. The struggle is, who do I go after? I talked to Sarah and we'll be signing up for coaching, but honestly not sure how to introduce myself or what to say. All right, so that's the next thing, Joshua. And Joshua, you did take a pitch class. So that's where we start. It's not a struggle. You've decided it's a struggle. It's just the next hill. It might not be that bad. 2 adjectives. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, it's called the branding statement. I get my first opportunity to play a role in a theatrical historical film. I never done any self-tape. I only have 8 days left for it. What else do I need? What do I need to do first? Oh, what you need to do first is, well, like that's an operating procedure, which is part of like my 5-step system. But when you're putting an operating procedure in your business, like you need to have a list of what you do when you get an audition. But my list would be read it through 3 to 5 times, decide if I need to get it coached, schedule out the time to work on it, hire the coach, decide when I'm going to tape it, then decide what I'm going to wear, then tape it and send it. Oh, and after I read it through 3 to 5 times before I decide if I need to get it coached, I decide if I'm going to take the audition or not. Okay. Awesome. All right, you guys, hopefully that helps. You know, join the challenge because we will be looking at branding statements as well. Someone put something in. Crazy cat lady who is a hypochondriac, cerebral chatterbox who will make your ears bleed. Cerebral chatterbox. I like cerebral chatterbox just by itself. It's good though. It's getting there. Good job, Kimberly. That's a good question. Diana Matlock asked, I got a lot of auditions for period pieces recently. Can I also include it in my brand or log line? Yes, but you don't necessarily need to do that. Because it's not about whether it's period or not. It's about why you could have that, but it's not necessarily. If that, it does it feed it? Does it support it? Or is it just what the kind of characters you play? Like more than their yeah, more than, if that makes sense. All right. All right, you guys, listen, thank you for being here today. I love you all. Get signed up for the challenge. Tell your friends to sign up for the challenge. Oh, by the way, the person that gets the most people to sign up for the challenge gets an hour private with me, a private VIP day where you can work on your brand for the whole hour. So there's a part where you sign up the challenge, which says who referred me. They just need to put your name in there. Whoever gets the most people to sign up for the challenge wins an hour with me. Go do it. Let's get so many people signed up for this challenge because it benefits all of us. All right. I love you guys. Have a great day. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Bye, everyone.